Hello, everyone. My name is Tirza Ekholm, in case we don't know each other. And so that's Tirza, like tears of joy, not tears of sadness. So I'm Tirza Ekholm of the Tirza Factor. And I am honored to have with me today my special guest, Kim Marinelli, who's going to tell us a little bit about herself and her business. And I'm going to have her introduce herself. So welcome to the show, Kim.
Thank you, Tirza. I really appreciate you allowing me on your show today, and I'm very grateful for you. And I also just want to tell you who I am and what business I am with. My name is Kim Marinelli. I live on Long Island in New York, and I am with Young Living Essential Oils. And I know that there's a lot of essential oil companies out there. So many people always say to me, well, Kim, there's so many out there. What makes Young Living the best? And from my point of view, Young Living is the best because one of the things that they pride themselves on is their seed to seal promise. They promise you that from the minute they get the seed to the minute you get the bottle, the seed is non-GMO, it's planted, there's no pesticides. Most of their crops are hand-picked. Then they're tested 3 times more than any other essential oil, not only inside Young Living, but tested outside as well. And then when you get the bottle of essential oils, it's 100% pure. There was a lot of things that I've heard about other essential oil companies, or like the essential oils you could get at Target, guilty of it. Definitely went and bought some there. That the FDA says you only need 5% essential oils to make it pure. So what is that other 95%? And so for me, knowing that Young Living makes their promise that you're going to get 100% was big for me. And not only knowing that, but actually using the products and feeling it was definitely a selling factor for me to use the products and get into the business.
Well, Kim, that is so interesting. I was grinning as you were speaking about the oils because I have also been guilty about going to the supermarket and just picking up some essential oils and then regretting it after I took it home and compared it to the bottles of Young Living that I had. So it was like, oh God, it was not worth it.
Right. And some people say, but they're so expensive. And then I say, well, you get what you pay for. When you go into and you get those cheaper essential oils, you're not getting 100% oil. I mean, I had one that it said it was flammable, and I was like, oh my God, what the heck is in there to make it flammable? So, and I also used other essential oil companies. So I'm not I'm not new to essential oils, new to Young Living, but not new to essential oils. And my biggest selling point was how awesome they work. Um, and so, that's really what sold me, is how I felt the medicinal properties of the oils, and knew I wanted to change my whole lifestyle and get into the business.
That's so cool. So I was just going to ask you what is it that got you into oils in the first place?
Well, like I said, have always used oils, but I started using Young Living's brand about 4 years ago, when I adopted my son, Jackson. It was a very emotional time in my life. And so I have an older sister, and she used Young Living essential oils. And she said, Kim, use this. Just use this. You'll be okay. And I said, oh, okay, being a little sister, okay, do it, whatever your big sister says. And so, I put them on, and then I was like, wow, I feel different. And then I started contemplating my life. I'm an older mother. I was 41 when my son was born. So I knew I needed to, I mean, I'm a heavy person. I just knew I wasn't eating well. And so I knew I needed to make lifestyle changes, because I looked back at my life and looked at the people in my neighborhood that I've reconnected with on Facebook, and how many of us struggle with infertility? How many of us have struggled with autoimmune disease? How many of us had struggled with cancers? And I said, oh, that's bizarre. Like, we all just lived in one area, and now we're all, sickly. And I read a statistic given by the American Cancer Society, saying that 95% of the cancers that are out there are not genetic cancers, not a BRCA cancer. It's what you put on your body. And
Yeah.
so when I read that, I said, oh my gosh, not only do I have to stop, using the things that you plug into the wall, I have to use the essential oils to diffuse it. And then you know what? I want to change things up because I don't want to be that 95%.
Yeah.
And so with that, I came into the business with the essential oils. But after researching, I said, not only am I an older mother, but my son's going to be born and I want his life to be better. So he's not in the position 41 years later that I'm in right now with an autoimmune disease and had infertility problems. So I came in with the essential oils, but now everything in my life is Young Living because they have such a vast amount of, it bugs me that they're called Young Living essential oils. I'm like, you guys need to change your name because many people are turned off with essential oils, so they don't look any further. But yet we're nutritionals, we're a pet line made by veterinarians. We have a baby line. So when I saw the baby line, I was like, woohoo, I get to use this on my son. And now he's a kid, and I use the kid stuff and I use the nutritionals with him. So it was all just a different lifestyle. And it didn't happen overnight. It was every month buying one object, ditching the soap that has a girl's name that washes the, dogs when they're greasy, getting rid of that and getting their dish soap. Or then the next month. So it wasn't, I did a ditch and switch, but it took me about 2 years to do it. And now instead of going to Target and buying products there, I just go on the line and say, okay, I need more dish soap and I need more, laundry detergent and I need more shampoo and soaps and stuff like that. And it all comes every month. So
How wonderful. Yes, and especially the being able to shop from home part. That's really great.
especially these days, right?
That's exactly right. So Kim, what do you anything special you're working on right now?
Well, right now I'm working on like networking, and that's how I met you through our networking group, 1BC. And so, just reaching out to people because yes, I'm in a business, but for me, it's reaching out to people, like-minded people that, might have questions about how to change certain things in their lives and to help them become healthier. I am a people person, and so I love to be able to help people. And so I've always been that way. And so, especially in this instance, it's your life, it's your health, it's your children's health, it's just your husband, your wife, your just yours. Forget about anybody else. It's you take control of your life and your health. And so I'm so eager to help people, um, you know, make changes if they need to, And so, that's kind of what I'm working on, just reaching people and, just being able to talk. Um, I do classes, like if anybody on this call says, hey, listen, oh, I might want to do that, you know, reach out to me. I do classes, I'll send samples. I'm about planting seeds. And that's one thing I learned in this business. It's not about, how many kits you sell or how many people are using Young Living that are underneath you. It's about the seeds that you plant. And I've learned that seeds that you plant today might not flourish for 2, 3 years, might flourish a year from now. Somebody might be, going through something and say, oh yeah, when I said, oh, let me call that girl Kim. It's just about planting seeds for me. So that's what I'm doing. I'm planting seeds of healthy lifestyle changes.
Ah, that is wonderful, Kim. So
Thank
you did mention that we did meet at a One Business Connection meeting. So that's what allowed. I mean, that's one of the things I've been doing a couple of different networking groups, and one of them is One Business Connection. For those you would like to check that out, you can check them out at One Business Connection, all spelled out,
Yeah.
.com. Yeah, so I'm in Colorado, and you're in New York, and I mean, this has just been fascinating. So what do you see for the future, Kim?
Well, what do I see for the future? Like I said, I just hope for my future, it's those planted seeds and just watching them bloom and touch really to really touching people. I believe, you can tell I believe so passionate about the products that Young Living sells, that if I could just shake people sometimes, which is not exactly the right business strategy, and tell them, you need this in your life. I would love to do that to all of you, but I know that doesn't necessarily work. But just to be able to sit and have a conversation with somebody and just be able to show them how I use Young Living and to see if it fits in their life. So that's really my future, is really just making connections and talking about it. And you know, growing from that experience, because like I said, I know people aren't into essential oils, they're not into the household products, and that's okay. But you know, if you wanted to have a conversation with me, if you wanted to try out a sample, because that's how I became a believer, when my sister said, here, try this. You know, I'm a very skeptical person. So, you know, okay, I'll try this. Let's see if this works. I mean, that was my attitude. And here I am 4 years later going, you need this in your life. So, you know, and that's the way I am. So if you need to be that person to get that sample, just reach out to me. And like I said, I do classes and have one-to-ones. Whatever fits that person's personality, I'm there to help.
That's a beautiful thing. So Kim, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you?
Well, oh my gosh, there's no excuse to get in touch with me, because I have a phone number, I have an email, I have a Facebook, I have an Instagram. So my phone number is, and I don't mind people calling, I'm on East Coast time. I know you guys are Central, right?
Mountain.
Mountain. So you guys are 2 hours behind me, but I'm Eastern Standard Time. And so, because I'm here in New York, but feel free to call me at 631-672-9502. I have a Instagram, like I said, hashtag young_living_mama, because you'll see a lot of my son on that, because he's the reason why I'm a Young Living mama.
Yeah.
I have a Facebook group. It's called Sharing Information About Awesome Oils, who's in. And then my email, which is Marinelli, MARINELLI 0808 @gmail. So you guys are more than willing to contact me. And like I said, we could Zoom call or do whatever, and let's meet up.
I love it. So all this information I will also be posting in the comments below this video after it gets posted, so people will be able to find it just by clicking on the links as well.
Oh, and I forgot my website.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Come on, which is www.happylivinghealthy.org, not com.org.
Okay, that's beautiful. Well, thank you very much, Kim. The only thing we're missing is smell-o-vision, right?
I know, I wish, like the scratch and sniff, I could put it up, right?
So, but as Kim said, she does offer free samples. So give her a call, give her a shout, get in touch with her, and try this for yourself, because it really is amazing.
And you're worth it. That was the big thing that I learned 4 years ago, that I'm worth it. You know, I had many opportunities to lose the weight, to change into doing, healthier things. And it wasn't until my son was born that I realized, oh my God, I'm worth it. I have to change it up. And now it wasn't just for me, it was for somebody else. So just always know, and I believe that, God doesn't make junk, and he made you, and you're worth it. And, just, you guys are worth it. And thank you for listening to me, and thank you for letting me be on your call. And I'm very grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And thank you very much for my listeners and viewers. And we'll be sure to catch you again. Thanks again, Tirza Ekholm, and go give somebody a fabulous day, and also give them a nice spelling day. All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.